We got folks there. Leads to failure. Yeah, I'm still setting up one more place. One more place. Oh, let's see. Where are you? I see. Why? Oh, I know. I gotta go on YouTuber. See what's on YouTuber live streaming. Naima, you're live. Wow, cool. How's the new venture? See, Naima has the right idea. She started a business without getting a lot of money. That's survival. Let me tell you about a few other things I ran into recently that maybe, and before I get on the subject, because I want to cover that subject in depth, but wait till we get more people on board here, so we aren't too bored. But I just put up on Facebook.com/freemoneynews. I just put up a thing that there's Vermont. Vermont will give you $10,000 if you move there and work from home. They apparently have all the old farts there. Hi, Melinda. And so they're trying to get young working people, but people work from home because they don't need much interest. Like my haircut, a little buzz cut. I think I fell asleep. But that's $10,000 to help you finance working at home. You know, buy a new computer, buy all this stuff. They say even pay for like your share office space and stuff like this. This is a bill, and they'll give you like $5,000 for the first 2 years. Yeah, that move. They're looking for people. See, this is what local offices, local, governments are doing. They want you to start a business, and that's what it's like. Because, so they're even giving you money like that, and it's at the local level. And that's it. But some other interesting things in the news. I don't know if you saw, Virginia just passed a law where they had a Republican governor for a while, and they weren't going to do the extra Medicare thing for Obamacare, and they finally did it. And actually, they had a Democrat governor before this, they had a Republican before, and so now they have another Democrat, but now they're passing it through, and they passed. So 400,000 people are now going to get health care. And the federal government's paying for it. 400,000 people. That's 500,000 people. Wow. There was only like 10 million people or so that didn't have health care. And I think that's the biggest thing about Obamacare is expanding the Medicaid. The other stuff, I don't understand it yet, and everybody's trying to screw it up anyway. But expanding Medicaid to cover more people was certainly a smart move. But it's all getting, we can't do a whole lot because we got the richest people in the world running the game. I made an affiliate marketing business on Facebook. Oh, great. But there's a big interest group making all that money in the current system, so it's hard to tell. Now, also, I just saw the economic growth in the first quarter of this year grew 2.2%. Now, I thought the budget and actually what the president was talking about is that we're going to grow 4% or even 5%. 3% is dynamite, but he's talking 4 or 5%. And why that is important, because that's what the budget is based on. In other words, they say that we're going to lose this much money, because we won't lose that much money because the economy is going to grow like 4 or 5%. So it's going to create all this money. People are going to be more income and pay more taxes. The government will go in debt. Well, it doesn't look that way so far. Maybe things will change. Another thing, I don't know if you saw that these companies are so goddamn rich. The richest companies now are all new tech companies, not steel companies like when I grew up, or automobile companies or big manufacturing. No, they're people selling air. Microsoft. Okay, now it remains the third largest company in the world. Okay, Microsoft. Well, maybe it's only in the U.S. No, in the world. The third largest company in the world is Microsoft. Who are the first two? Well, you know, Google, that's Alphabet, and as an that's the parent name of Google is called Alphabet, and they have a market value of 746 billion. That's almost $1 trillion. Okay, so that's almost a $1 trillion company. And Apple and Amazon. Okay, they're all close. Apple and Amazon are very close to $1 trillion. Yeah. So Apple, Amazon, Alphabet, which is Google, and Microsoft, biggest companies in the world, all about $1 trillion a piece. I mean, I forget. I think the federal budget is. Oh God, I forgot numbers because I've been following them so long. My numbers in my mind may be 10 years old, but it's, well, I know, say 4 or 5 trillion. I think the government budget is every year. So those 4 or 5 companies are about the same size as the government, which is about 1/3 of our whole economy in this country is the government. So that means that's 1/3. So what we got? $15 trillion economy. Well, anyway, better check those numbers. But they're the biggest companies in the world. All those people. So that's why they're ruling the roost. So that when these people go to Congress, who owns who up there, huh? Here's another piece of thing. Fiduciary rule. Okay, when I just heard about this a couple of years ago, because the last administration put it into law, this fiduciary rule, and it's really giving advice, mainly to seniors. In other words, and it was just so amazing to me that we had to have a law. The fiduciary law says you have to have your client's interests first, not your own. So when you're selling, investments and anything like financial services to people, you have to have the client's interest first. And I hear ads from these, financial services industry. We have your heart and soul, first in line, instead of our own. But man, they had to do a law for it. Yeah, I assume they were. That's what they should be doing, right? Well, anyway, so they put a law in that they have to put it first. Now they just change it. So the Congress said no, and actually they're suing now in the courts to try to get it back. So Congress got rid of that, so you don't have to do financial companies, and they did it so they could compete better. Now that's the rule. I mean, that's the logic behind it. So they got rid of this fiduciary thing, so these financial services compete better. Now, compete better? Already, financial services is the largest profitable business in the United States. And we're worried about them competing better? What the hell is that all about? That's about lobbying. That's what it's about. Someone's able to finagle that, right? And that's I don't know. Here, what I didn't realize too, even though I should know because I'm a Medicare person at my age, almost 1 in 5 adults of Medicare eligibility age, that's 65 or more, and that's 10 years ago for me, have untreated cavities. So we got 25% of old farts running around with untreated cavities. The same proportion have lost all their teeth. Wow. So 25% of people over 65 have lost all their teeth. Half of Medicare beneficiaries have some periodontal disease or infection of structures around the teeth, including gums. But apparently it's not covered. Paying dental care out of pocket is hard for many Medicare patients. Half their annual income is below, half of the people have incomes below $23,000. Those who have means but are looking for a deal might travel abroad cheaper. Tens of thousands of Americans go to Mexico every year for dental work at lower prices, right? Tens of thousands. Many others travel the globe for care. Okay. In any given year, 3/4 of low-income Medicare beneficiaries do not receive any dental care at all. Among higher income beneficiaries, the figure is 1/4. So 3/4 low income Medicare people don't have any, yearly checkups, and 1/4 richer ones don't. Now here's where I started doing the checkup is my local university. It's like a fraction of what my dentist is charged, and they clean and check and X-rays and all that. Yeah, it's just a fraction. I said, well, I should try that, see what it's like. I'm telling other people to do it. And if you have trouble paying or whatever for dental care, here's some other places to go. The first place I think to do, I'm trying to convince my wife to go to the dental school as a teacher or as a pupil or as a patient. Yeah, patient. Now, it depends on the dental school. Some are very organized, some not. These people were a little unorganized, but it's fine. I mean, I don't know. So what's another hour or another half hour as a patient? Great. You're going to save $200 unless you're making $200 an hour. That's worth an extra hour of your time. Deuces, I'm here to talk to you. Oh, I lost that. Oh, maybe I did. Let me look here. Periscopy, how you doing, Periscopy? Where are you? Are you not on YouTube? On YouTube Live? Why are you not on YouTube? YT, is that YouTube? I am on YouTube Live. What's up, Let's Go? You're a madman. Well, Let's Go needs a hug. Yeah, we all do. And so he does interact. I'm out. Bye. Let's Go. Are you losing an audience? This isn't a YouTube video post. You need to respond to us in chat. Yeah, but I'm sorry. I may or may not. I'm really interested in covering that topic about that, so I may not be chatting much. We'll chat another. How's life in America with Donald Trump? Oh, exhausting. It's exhausting. Real estate business, wholesale real estate investing in New Jersey. Okay, for real estate, don't forget, I do the real estate things, custom report for your city. Give me a city, and I'll find you 150 sources of money and help to be a real estate investor or buy real estate as a home or any of that kind of stuff. And that's at letsgo.com/research. You'll find it there. Let's Go for President. That sounds like a job. Good day. But let me cover this other topic that I think is important. I'm not going to answer questions for a while, so if you want to turn me off, I understand. But I got another one today. This person, doesn't have a whole lot of money and has, wants to start a business. And he needs so much for equipment. So he's thought it out a lot, doesn't have a lot of money, needs it, wants to help the society or whatever. It's really to train people in youngsters in recycling and all this. So it's an interesting proposition and everything, but he has all this money that he thinks he needs, and it's hundreds of thousands of dollars. Looking at the list, that he didn't have a figure, but I assume. And I think that's a trap, that you have to be, we could all, line up what we think is a perfect business to have and how much money, we think is reasonable, to start a business and cost it all out and say, yeah, I need $250,000 to do this. And it sounds reasonable, and probably is, but it's the reality. Okay, if you haven't done this before, then if you need to go out and find $250,000, now I'm not saying that's not possible, it is, you have to learn all the sources of getting money. Now that is probably, that's just not going a couple places I give you or whatever. I mean, I'll give you 300 places to go in your city. But you have to learn about them. Knowing where to go and learning how to use them are two different things. And then plus, it's not only money. You're thinking money and I just need one big grant. Well, it doesn't work that way either. What's going to happen, you have to learn all the sources and learn how to put it together. Maybe, if you get a grant for part of it, that will give you some leverage to get a loan or a low interest loan or something else. And there's different ways of putting all this together, but you can't do that until you learn the whole thing. So this is a process. What it needs, you have to learn. I mean, this is a full-time job that could take you years, to accomplish, particularly things like that. It's brutal to live with Trump. It's exhausting. So that's why you have to be careful about that. And if you want to do that, it's fine. People do it. But see, there's other things involved that, to me, and the smartest people in the world, okay, the places that people get money to start a business, there's two major places, I guess, is venture capitalists, okay? So these are, Shark Tank people, all these people that invest in businesses. Okay, so they're the smartest people that invest in businesses and know what business could fail or not fail or not. So they're supposedly the smartest people we have in this country on determining the success or failure of a business before it starts, right? Okay, their success rate is about 20-25%. Depends. I mean, you'll see figures all around there, depending on what you look at. Because there's no definitive source. People take estimates. So I mean, they're wrong at least 70-80% of the time. So these are the smartest people in the world are wrong 70-80% of the time. So what you have to do, to learn that system is go out and learn it. And it takes a while. If you know nothing about it, you have to spend a good part of your time for the next 6 months, 6 years, or whatever it takes to learn about the sources of money to finance a new venture, okay? So that takes a shitload of time, okay? It's not impossible, and it's possible, and you can, and maybe a friend or whatever. There's other ways to do that. But I mean, in reality, if you're sitting there and never did it before, because I think that's a lot of the people I try to help are in that situation. If you have an MBA from Harvard or something, you want to go out and raise money, that's probably going to be easy to raise money, but you're still going to have only like a 15-25% chance of success. Now, okay, you look at it the other way. Small businesses that start without any money or very little money have a 50% chance of success. So they double, triple the chance of success by not getting a whole bunch of money. And see, that's what I mean. What you're doing is not only wasting time, you're increasing your chance of failure. And why are you increasing your chance of failure? I think, again, it's just a biased opinion. It's because you don't really know what you need. You have an idea what you want and think you need, but you don't know what you need until you're out there doing it. It's like learning how to swim. You really don't know what flotation is until you get your ass in the water, right? So if you're sitting in a classroom taking swimming lessons or whatever, you're never going to experience that to know exactly what it does. Just do this faster or something. It's not. It's a feel, it's a whatever. And the market. See, I think now, particularly more than anything else, maybe 20 years ago, that was more likely, and those of you that are 40 or more, so you still have that in your mind like I do. But, I'm starting to start new things now. Everything I learned in being even successful at a mediocre level of success doesn't work anymore. And the things I think I swear, and even I have the success to show it, that I know what to have. None of it works. And I keep failing and failing and failing. And so I have to learn the new stuff. Okay. So if you're starting there and you have an idea or something, and even you did your spreadsheet model and you need this $200,000 to get this thing like you're doing it, I would say put that aside. Because it's going to take you so long to figure it out. You'll be wasting the time on figuring out how to get money, which does not determine the success of your project. The success of your project is your customer, not trying to find an investor or a grant or something, because that has nothing to do with long-term success. Long-term success is solving a customer's problem, and that's what you have to do, So how are you going to do that? Where are you going to get the income? How are you going to be sustainable? Grants are not sustainable. See, that's just a one-time thing, and you're probably invested in all the wrong stuff. So how can you take that idea and take a small level and just test it and see what happens or whatever. Like he wanted to train kids at how to recycle or something. And he had this big structure he needed and everything. It sounds like, this is what I sound like at 2 a.m. I don't know. Is it 2 a.m. somewhere that you are? Let's see, I have needed some of your energy later. So here, I mean, he wanted to, okay, so instead of getting this big classroom where everyone, all this stuff and equipment, and blah, 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 no, okay, here's what you do. You go, go to your lower, you want to train kids to do something, okay? What you do is you go to all the schools in your area, whether if it's for middle school kids to train, for high school kids or whatever, and you start an after-school program just in the community center that's free, or at the library that's free, that shows kids how to do it. So you could do it for you'll be in business doing that for $10, and you'll get feedback on what's good or bad about that and be doing it instead of judging. And see, the people you go for advice and things like that, they don't really know either. The only people that you really have to think about advice from is if you're going for money, then you have to take their advice because they're not going to give you the money if you don't, okay? And you probably have to hire their girlfriend, and all this other kind of stuff. And that doesn't even if you do get some fat cat or something like that, this is why it mostly fails. You're trying to please them and not the customer. So who the hell knows? They're not going to probably even buy your stuff, so they don't know. They're guessing too. So that's why everybody's guessing. But the people who are not guessing are the people who will be your customer. So that's why as small a unit as possible, that you could start doing that activity without any money to get the feedback about the market, about the process of being in that business, not about the process of doing a spreadsheet or a proposal and all that kind of stuff. That has nothing to do with the success of your business, just bullshitting other people to get the money. And that's why you'll figure all that out, about how you get the money. And if you're successful, you get it. Now you have to go out and learn about the business. And what you thought initially was probably wrong, and so you'll fail a bunch, because this is new. Anything you do at new means you're going to fail a lot, So you have to go out and fail, So why spend all that time, whether it takes you 6 months or 6 years to raise all that money you have to do that, and then you only have a 15% chance of success when you get it, when tomorrow you can start doing this stuff and getting real data back from people who you're actually doing this stuff with. You're training kids on recycling, you got it. So you're not making money at it, but you're not losing money. You're not losing time, and you're gaining knowledge that's important. The only knowledge you really need is from your future customers. Anybody else's knowledge is bullshit. Doesn't matter what they think. I did my business for free, right, Gabe? Great. Most people do. So many, especially now, because you can't rely on past experience and stuff like that. None of that works. You keep listening. You try, but try things that don't cost money. Just like on the internet marketing and stuff like that. I'm doing a lot of videos and stuff like that and testing a lot of things myself. Boy, everybody has a magic formula. Maybe parts of it does, but most of it. I heard one guy say something great. He said, why do we have so many gurus, particularly in internet marketing and stuff like that? And his answer was, because they don't know how to spell charlatan. Isn't that great? And that's about what it is. Everybody, because they're selling something, when they're saying, oh, this is the way it is. I mean, same way with me. You can't believe me because I'm basically selling something too. but it's an idea that you grab on or not, and you know, you test out or whatever in a way, but not spending money on it, you know. But it's, oh, give me $3,000, and that's all the coaching things that charge $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 a month in coaching. Man, for 20 or 30, 40, 50 bucks, man, I could show you, not only give you enthusiasm and do what you want to do, but give you real phone numbers that probably could help you do it too. Not just kick you out of the house and say, go do it, man, we're behind you. Yeah, but where the hell do I go? You know? And that's why I appreciate what I'm doing, and won't be just an enthusiastic, you know, cheerleader for people, because I think we need real practical advice to do things, you know. So if I could show you a place to maybe get money, to get help, to get techniques, to get whatever, that's all free, you know, whatever. So if you want to learn something about starting a business, go to a meetup. Go to meetup.com and put in your zip code, your city or whatever, and find out what entrepreneur meetups are in your area. There's going to be 100 of them or so, you know, that are there. And that's, you go, you just hang out, you absorb what other people are doing. I mean, you know, the life is so complicated. You know, what book do I need to take me to the direct source to help me? It depends on what it is, Bessie. The books I have, what happened now, I have, you know, the One Stop is the big thing. Lesko.com/one-stop. And that has, you know, 327 source of all the free programs in your state. That's why I have one for every state. I almost have all of them done. If yours isn't done, like about 6 or 7 I haven't done yet. Eat the pizza too. Okay. And that's it. If you want to talk for a while, $1 a minute, that's all. Yeah. And usually in 15, 20 minutes, you know, I could get you on a direction, and if a report or book is interesting, and maybe not, I could show you how to do it yourself. Actually, here's something that may be helpful to everybody: is free.lesko.com and 5 best. Free.lesko.com 5 best. This will help you start learning how to search Google and find only the free stuff. The biggest problem I find that, you know, you're fighting and trying to succeed in life is that Google just shows you stuff that people, yeah, 5 best. This is a new one, 5 best. Shows you, I mean, that 5 free may be around, but this is free.lesko.com/5 best. Gabe, it's backwards. Yeah, I know some of these are backwards on YouTube. Yeah, I can't do that. I know on Facebook. Are you on Facebook, Gabe? I know you're writing on YouTube. On Facebook, sometimes I could switch it if I'm on the phone, but I can't switch it on the on the PC. And I'm on the Facebook PC. At least I don't know how. So anyway, get a mirror. When you replay it, get a mirror, and you'll see it. And so that's it. And that shows you, that teaches you about how to better use Google so you only get free stuff. And that's what I'm trying to do, is make sure that people start learning how to use it, because that's what's keeping, you know, the stuff is there that you could really use, but you don't find it, you know, on YouTube. Oh man, I don't know how to change that on YouTube. I never knew it was that reverse on YouTube. Let's see where. Okay, now I can take questions. I want to see what I'm going to do. The fellow who wanted some help. I thought I'd say that tonight so I could send him to this video and he'd see a discussion, you know, and the rest of you would get help with this too, because that's my philosophy. I think I've started all my businesses like that. And they tens of millions of dollars businesses, and they started with nothing. You know, back before the internet was me, a phone, and a desk. You know, that was it. I mean, now it's even easier, you know. And to have all this, you're just putting roadblocks in your way, you know, and things that, and that roadblock to having to get new money, then that's another process you have to freaking learn, you know, and it may take you who knows how long. You just go out and, you know, push a button or fill out a form and you get it. No, you got to learn it, you know. So that means you got to hang in there and learn this stuff, you know, until you figure it out. And that's going to take effort. So if you're going to waste that effort, instead you could use that time to actually be on a micro level doing some part of that real business that you're really going to learn and get leverage out of. And don't forget, if you're looking for a grant, you probably only get it once. If you're learning something how to get a grant, then you're only going to use once. Yeah, I've heard it's something like they invest in the hope and that 1 out of 10 really make it. Yeah. 1 out of 2 just make it. The others are failures. That's right. No, it's not 1 out of 2. That's a regular business. It's usually 1 out of 2. And it's probably better than that. But yes, I remember the big, thick books that were ordered by you. Yep, that's what I do. Now, see, now I could, these things, now the one-stop book is 500 pages almost, and it has a lot more than 327, but I started with that number, so... and then plus it has videos. See, I got over 100 videos on this, so I train you about those things. Or you watch videos of government officials who tell you how to use them and tell you, what the process is and everything. So you don't have to believe me. That's what I'm trying to do, is make sure, yes to new tech, that you see from the horse's mouth. That's right. Don't believe me. Yes, so I just did a video yesterday too about how I called the Department of Justice. Amazing. I was trying to find the Marshals, U.S. Marshals website about who has their confiscated goods that they have, and they sell them. And drug runner limousines and boats and planes and computers and jewelry and all this kind of stuff. And it wasn't working on the website. And I said, so I called them up and left the message, and by the end of the day they replied and they changed the website. And wow, this is the Department of Justice acted that fast. Can't get my mail that fast, can I? So you never know. But the important thing is to call. Even these big bureaucracies that you think they'll never talk to you, they will. Well, they may not, but they may will. And life is always that way. You could talk yourself out of doing anything. Oh, no, they're not going to hire me. Oh, no, she's not going to go out with me. Oh, no, I can't do that. Yeah, maybe. But it's also maybe the other way, too. And the only way to know is if you do it. And you try. So what if you fail? That's the other thing. That's what I loved. When I was starting out in life, I was so afraid of failure, man. And that's why my first 2 businesses failed. I had an MBA in computers. And I had a software company back in the 70s that failed. The greatest thing that happened to me. Then I realized nobody gives a damn if you fail. I used to think, if I failed, I'd be walking around big F on my forehead or whatever. Nobody cares. And then that's when I said, well, if I'm failing, trying to do it like everybody tells me to do, and I'm failing anyway, but I wasn't having fun. And you won't get hit if you don't get up to bat. Yes, that's right. And I wasn't having fun. That's right. See, to me, the other secret is not only failure, but you win the day you're starting something if you're having fun. If you're waiting to win 5 years from now and getting $1 million or whatever the hell you're working for, that may or may not happen, and you just pissed away 5 years, right? To have maybe that fun 5 years from now. Okay, now there's complications that you got to feed yourself, your family, and all this kind of stuff. So that's true. But to me, the ideal is you're having fun so that you're winning today. Even the stuff you hate, to do, you're having fun, and everything you do is going to be a pain in the ass in life. It's dreadful. It's hard. It's miserable. And people beat you up every day. That's what life is. Even if you don't work in the White House. We all get it. And so that's why, but if you're having fun doing it, well, you're winning already. You don't have to wait till you make your $1 million quota or whatever it is. Why you want to be miserable all the time? That's why people say, well, I'll have fun when I retire. Ooh, maybe you won't make it that long. But why retire? That's why I can't understand. To me, early in life, I said, God, retire sounds stupid. I'm going to retire and play golf. I used to be like golf, but it's Joe from Harrisburg. There you are, Joe. I haven't seen you in a while. Or I haven't been here in a while either. And do something I'm mediocre at. Here, making a stupid fool out of myself on TV. I'm good at that. I want to do that for the rest of my life and try to help people. And that's another thing, too. If you're helping somebody, that's what keeps you young. That's what you could do that forever. because we all need help, right? So if you could be the one of the people, that's what, go out, start thinking about what you have that you can help other people with. What skills that you would like to share? What do you think you're good at? You don't know, it doesn't matter. You just take one and run with it and see what it goes, because that will lead to something closer to what it should be. You don't know the answer yet. You don't know the answer till you get through it all. I don't want to go back to 9 to 5. I'm retired and want to make some good money on my own plate. Yes. Now, but see, Bessie, if you're doing something, what do you say? Good money. Okay. That's all right, but a lot of money, if you only that, then you're going to work only for a lot of money. Then you're going to lose your enthusiasm for working because it's not working for you, and you're going to try something else and wind up at a 9 to 5. And that's why it is. I think you have to start digging within yourself. Nobody knows what really works. Nobody knows what really works for you until you start trying things. And you start trying things to see if it makes sense and get feedback. The only way you see something happens or not. So think, just take something that you're sort of interested in. Where is there possibly money? And start asking for people to buy that. Whatever the hell it is. You could do a website for $10 and you have a website. I'm selling me doing shoes or whatever the hell you want to do. And look for people who will throw money at you for that. I don't know where they are. You don't know where they are. And any marketing person in truth won't know where they are, but they'll sell you. If you give me $1,000, I'll definitely show you. And they won't, but they'll have your $1,000 and they'll say, I'm sorry. So that's right. I have many talents. Well, that's it. Jewelry, cakes. Take one, Bessie. Take one. Take cakes with jewelry. The only jewel-studded cakes, or whatever, or edible jewelry. Something. That's it. You love doing both. There's something, and everybody's doing things like that. See, that's not mass market anymore. You don't have to sell 1 million cakes. I mean, if you want to get on Walmart, that's what you had to do. No, now there's millions of markets, not a mass market. There's masses of little markets. And so that's why you just need a couple dozen people, see, and they're out there. And now the internet, it's not easy, you have to figure that out, but they're there and it's possible and it costs nothing to try. See, that's the only thing. So if you like bacon anyway, so you start baking some. Now there's somebody, I just wrote them up, they have an app where they cook extra meals at dinner time. And people come by their house and pick them up for like $10. It only costs them like $5 or $3 to make an extra serving. And they're selling it for $10, $15. No overhead, their kitchen anyway. So it's all extra money for them. T-shirts of Lesko by Gabe, right? See, that's his Gabe's business. Are you closer to that, Gabe? And I think... pay attention. He is the real deal. Thank you, Michael. I did not have an SD shop. That's okay. You don't have to have an SD shop. You just get maybe it's the easiest place to start is an SD shop because that only costs you 20 cents to start, and nothing. So you throw something on there. You don't know how to do it? Okay, go to Fiverr.com, okay? Fiverr.com. You'll find somebody there for $20. Somebody will put up your SD site for you if you're afraid to do that, and so it'll be somebody in, halfway across the world who works very reasonable. You should make one. Yeah, Bessie, you don't have to have an, no, you don't. Oh, I don't have an, you should make one, Bessie. Yeah, well, either way, the important thing is you start finding customers. Where it's SE, doesn't matter how you do it. You do a Facebook instead. You do it. You just start something. There's no right way. Remember that. You'll stumble into it by accident after you're bumbling around for a while. I'm talking to Facebook and ignoring Pagda. He's talking to Facebook. I don't know where my things are anyway. So it's just a matter of trying. And that's what life is, and if you're not trying, you're certainly losing. You don't know what will win, but you know what will lose, and that's doing nothing. He just read your comment too, apparently not. Oh. No, I got Periscope on also on my PC, so that's but I use the camera I can't use on there. Maybe I can. I don't understand all this stuff. Apparently, not ignoring scope. No, no, I like the scope people. But no, I wanted to do that video, and it's harder for me to download from Periscope. I can, whatever, but it's easier for to have somebody else see my video that I did about not having too much money to start a business. That you don't need the money you think you do. You have a team, or do you? It's basically all myself. I got one or two other people help me out a little bit, but no, I'm not sure what the hell to do yet. Yeah, and in this new internet stuff, but I'm getting close. So you're an entrepreneur, yeah, got half failure, half successes, yeah. I had a good run for a while, but no, I'll be doing this till I die in different ways. Nice to see you. Well, nice to see you too. They are available on Facebook. Okay. Gabe said if you go to Facebook.com/groups and then Let's Go Fans Q&A. Let's Go Fans Q&A. Thank you for the encouragement. Yes, Bessie. We all need help. We all need, and this is why, I think capitalism, the bad side of capitalism, it makes you believe it's a zero-sum game. If I get it, you can't, or if you get it, I can't. And I don't think life is that. And if it is, who cares? It's not fun. Yeah, there's too many other things. Too many people need help, and we're really here to help each other. I mean, capitalism is cool. I mean, in the history of the world, man, capitalism brought more people out of poverty than anything else. So it is pretty neat. Do you have a home-based business? This is exactly what I have. Let's see. Thank you all for the encouragement. Bessie, yes, boy, the other people are helping you too. So I could just put another dummy up here instead of this dummy. And you could talk to him or her or whatever it is, right? That would be interesting. Let's see. Who's on? Carlos, hi. I have muscular also, Carl, you have muscular dystrophy. I'm still able to walk sometimes and use a computer a limited time. I just put up another thing to gain extra income, no more than $8.50 a month, or I'll lose my SSDI. Oh, that's neat. So you could get up to, if you go to Facebook.com/freemoneynews, I just put up a list of about 20 sources of grant money to fix up your home if you have a disability or aging and things like that. And there are a lot of neat sources, a lot are national. It's really for, what state am I in? Kansas. I'm doing a one-stop for Kansas. So I found it there, but a lot of it is for national sources they tell you about. But more importantly about it, it tells you like what these sources are locally, so you could find similar sources in your local area. Does that make sense to you? That even though I'm showing you for Kansas, there's likely to be the same how to use free domain for make money. I'm not sure what that means, free domain. You need a customer to make money, not a domain. You may or may not need a domain, but you certainly need a customer. So that's the only important thing in business is a customer. And how you get that is, lots of ways to do that. And you got to figure that out. And you take hints and, from other people or whatever, but you keep trying. This is exactly what, let's see, what was that on YouTube? Oh, I see, no, that's something else. Okay, guys, we had about 45 minutes. It's late here for this old guy, 1 o'clock in the morning. What are you doing Saturday morning? Oh, you want me to do Periscope on Saturday morning? Yeah, because you guys are good on weekends. Okay, what's a good time you think? Where are you located? What are you doing Saturday morning? Yeah. Yeah, because I know you guys are better at odd hours on Periscope. So tell me, Periscope. No, play 11 a.m. Pacific. So that's like 2, huh? Bentwood, Maryland. Oh, I see. Well, maybe, well, that's, yeah, maybe morning. Hey, that's, yeah, maybe I'll exercise. Maybe I'll exercise later. Just arrived. Oh, we're just leaving. You just arrived. Uh, that I will. I'll come in the morning. Later at night, better. Okay. Yeah. Sometimes that's why I thought maybe Periscope, you guys would be out, now, with all the vampires. Are you still in Maryland? Yes, and Washington, D.C. I got a flat in Washington, and we're actually going to move down there for good. But it may take a year to do that. But I look forward to it. YouTube fam, need to get rid of federal student loans off credit report. I filed already with Consumer Finance. Thank you so much. So I need to hear this. Mr. Doob, I gave out 3 800 numbers to find. Yeah, the consumerfinance.gov, they could help you. Also, the Ombudsman office at the Department of Education, don't have their 800 number offhand. I gave it in other seminars here, or you go to YouTube, maybe there'll be, if you search my student loan stuff, it'd be in there. Or the other thing to do is go your HUD counselor, because they work with debt problems and they're free. So if you Google, if you go to hud.gov, excuse me, and Google counselor, or search for counselor on hud.gov, excuse me, search for counselor and make an appointment with local. They're free, and they can help you. I was the one of your commercials years ago. You were. Who are you? Where were you? In here? Which, you remember? Same Let's Go channel, same Let's Go time. Yes. You're one of my commercials. Oh, wonderful. Which one? Now, I've done maybe 50 commercials, I estimate. Only about 3 or 4 made any money. That's right. I've written 100 books and only 10 made money. So I'm wrong 90% of the time. And we all are. We all think that we're smart enough or could get expert opinion to get the exact thing. No, we can't. You have to go out and fail. And see, that's why I think if the less you take, you of course take input, but you don't react on it unless you really believe it yourself too, because that's the way you learn from failure. Adrian, I said this, so this is easy, I can ever do. That was my line. This is so easy, I can't even do it. Okay, aren't you a physicist? No, that maybe be Bill Nye or somebody. Do you have a current book out? Yeah, here's my current book, letsgo.com, free.letsgo.com/top 50. These are the 50 best programs I have. So you don't have to get 300 of them that I have in my other free book, not free, letsgo.com, one stop. This is funnels I'm starting to use, and they're very successful. I just came out with one on surplus property and unclaimed funds and things like that, and gifts that the government has. That's pretty cool. The one stop and the talk. Let's go talk. That's for $1 a minute. You and I can talk about anything, and I'll send you sources, the best sources for you to start on your project. Here's the freebie. free.letsgo.com/5best. Free.letsgo. Put it www. That's another ClickFunnels thing, and the www seems to be. I know it's reversed on YouTube, and so is that better? Or this way. I see. This way. This will make it better. Yeah. I'm such a smart ass. That got me kicked out of so many classes. www.free.letsgo.com/5best. Download that. That's a great report. It teaches you how to find the free money stuff on Google. Because just surfing Google, you're never going to find it. All you'll find is 50 million websites on any subject you put in, and you'll never find the good stuff in there. So that's what I'm trying to do, is teach people how to find the good stuff in there, because it is in there, but it's hidden. Hold it to the camera so I can screenshot. Hi, Mr. Screenshot. Okay, guys. Have to go. I'll be back soon. Just added your Facebook. Well, thank you. Actually, the best one on Facebook is facebook.com/freemoneynews. That's where I put up stuff all the time. Free Money News. You want to go there. That's where I put a lot of freebies all the time. Well, good night, Reverend. Thank you so much. Pre-Bit, there you are. Where you been? Where you been? Where you been? Where you been? Yes. Missed you. Missed you. Thank you. Whiskey Tango. Zuckberg. Oh, hold on. I need to snap it. Oh, you need it again? Okay. Snap, 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 snap. Snap, 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 Snapchat. Snapchat. Okay, 58, 2008. That was the year. What was the year? Snapchat? I've been missing you. Likewise, send me an email, Privet, so we get to know what you're doing over there. Thank you, guys. I'll talk to you later. And I'll try to be Saturday morning, okay? Now, I try to close these things. How do you do? How you do? There it is. There it is. Good night, Naima.